Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we've got a special unboxing, something coming in from Lefty EDC. Let's take a look at this. Alright, today I'm opening up my box with my Vosteed Raccoon. It's got the new Vanchor Lock. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at what we got. Oh, look at this. So I came from Lefty, so I get a few of Lefty's stickers. That's very cool. Oh, this is a big box. Wow. This seems fancy. All right, so first of all, I don't think I've seen these Lefty stickers before. I might have to borrow one of these because these are cool. Very, very nice. Very nice. All right, so what do we got here? Nice big box. Okay. So it is a Vosteed, obviously. You know, obviously I open it with this for a reason. What do we have in here? Ooh, a box within a box. And then we have a little note in here, warning. All right, so that's good. We'll put the box over there. So here we go. A nice little box, little seal. Let's get this open. All right, wow. It does come with a 3rd anniversary. Super coin. 2022 to 2025. That's really nice. Big old silicate pack. We got the knife. Comes with a nice card. It's Raccoon Tactical M390 Titanium Vanchor Lock number 1111. And the designer right here, I don't know who that's, I can't read it. Anyways, and it's got those stamped on there. And of course you get a cool sticker. And obviously an awesome Vosteed sticker. So this is not mine, it's part of a pass around, so I don't get to keep any of this, but it's cool to check out. This is what you would be getting, okay? So we're gonna put this off to the side for now. Put it over here. But this is the Raccoon knife, and notice something similar, right? It's a Vanchor Lock, okay? But this is a very premium version. Titanium scales, so just so you know if you're curious, all titanium. Obviously the blades and the pivot, those are all metal. Titanium all the way around. And this little, the screws, titanium, steel. So beautiful milling on there. I like that. Beautifully chamfered all the way around. You got a front flipper. Jimping's pretty good. Got the big old thumb studs. They're kind of barrel. I'm not a big fan of barrel. We'll see how they feel. That could be a kind of a deal breaker kind of thing, but yeah. We'll take a look at those. Got it looks like T6s there, maybe T6s, and then maybe T8s, T6s, I don't know. I like this kind of gray titanium look to it. All right, so let's go ahead and flip this. I want to feel how this, yeah, this feels really tight. I'm not a fan of this. It works, and let's feel how's the Vanchor Lock work. Okay. All right, that's cool. Yeah, those thumb studs are not comfortable at all. Wow. Yeah, I don't dig the thumb studs one bit. Let's see how's the front flipper. Front flipper's not bad. I will say on this one, this flipper here is the problem with this is if you don't go fast enough, you hit it, right? You've got to be real quick on the light switch for that to work. But the front flipper works really nicely. And I will say the thumb hole is really cool. I don't like barrel thumb studs. I have never have. They're just really uncomfortable. You could put some 6mm O-rings on there. That might be better. It's what I did on my McNees. That does work out pretty nice. I like the insert. I like the bronze on the black, and then the kind of the gray smoky titanium. I think that's really cool. I like the back spacer. That's a beautiful little design in the back. The clip looks pretty good. It does have a deep angle. Notice that on the inside. A lot of times, is it flat underneath? Nope. So it might be a little bit of a pocket shredder. Just keep that in mind. And with that clip, it's going to cinch. It's going to push things together, which is going to push it down there, which is going to be probably a bit of a pocket shredder, which is kind of a bummer. Sometimes it's nice if they could put a little flat spot there, but since it is reversible, I see why they don't. I get it. I get it. I do. It would be cool to have a little, they could do a little smooth design just to kind of have like a pinstripe, and that could sort of be indirectly the flat spot, and you could make it look like a design element, right? And then you could put maybe a little design on here because it'd go this way and over here, so you'd going in, and over here it would go in. So in this way, and then, well, maybe not. Well, maybe you could cross it, right? Maybe you could do, I don't know, just a thought. You do have a lanyard, It's not super prioritized, but it's not a super deep carry. You're going to stick up about right there. So keep that in mind. You can definitely use the lanyard. We are pretty dead nut center. This is where it engages in the lock. We've got your stop pin right there. So let's do that again. Yeah, so that's your stop pin. This is number 111 of 250 M390 Vosteed. I will say that Vanchor Lock on this one, really solid. Yeah, so if you just put any pressure on here, you can disengage it. So if you're holding this, if you squeeze like this, I'm disengaging. That's just something to keep in mind. So if you choke up like this, and you got longer fingers, and you press that, just keep that in mind. That is a possibility, unless you choke down here. The jimping, it's more aesthetic. It's not super functional jimping, I would tell you. It's kind of cool. It does have a little cutaway there. That's neat, but it's not very functional jimping at all. No. There's more texture and resistance in the scale than there is in the jimping. There's more lock. You can lock in more with the scale like that. But that is going to be, like I said, because of that, it's going to be a pocket shredder, which is kind of unfortunate. You can choke up, like I said. Now, if you're lefty, like Lefty is, and he pushes in, you absolutely can disengage that. That's Vanchor Lock is cool, except when you can put pressure on that, right? If you're back here, you're totally cool. But that's, I mean, I'm already having the finger over there. I'm like right at 4 fingers. So I have large hands with big meaty fingers. So, I mean, choking up would be what I'd want to do, but I sure as heck don't want to hit that button because then I disengage it. You see that? I don't know how I feel about it. I don't like the thumb studs. I do not like the thumb studs. These are, in my personal opinion, barrel thumb studs are the least ergonomic design of thumb studs you can make. I wish McNeese wouldn't use them. I wish Vosteed would use them. Quite frankly, on my special blade show Mech 2, I'm very seriously thinking of buying some custom thumb studs and replacing them on mine because I don't like them. And on here, I don't like them either, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I can already feel this. This is not going to be super fidget friendly because after a while, this is going to dig in. Now, if you got, a 1/2-inch layer thick of calluses because you carry burning coals all day, or you pick up, I don't know, boxes of giant meat cleavers with your hands, and so you're resistant to anything that can cut you, and you've got a 1/2-inch, maybe a 1-inch thick layer of calluses all on your hands or something, and you got dragon scales for hands. I don't know. If you have that, this is not going to bother you at all, right? You'll be perfectly fine. But I can already tell you, if I fidget with this for a while, it already digs in. And my hands aren't like the softest hands, I will tell you that. I've got calluses all around here, and I do, I deal with some stuff that I handle, and it is a little dry, a little calloused, got little layers thick there, It's may not be a carpenter's hand, but it's not super soft. I don't have soft hands, I'll just say that. But this is something that would dig in. And I fidget with my knives a lot. And I probably have more calluses on my fingertips, from guitar and from working with knives. But I can already tell you, yeah, that's going to be one that's going to separate your skin at some point. The front flipper would be my choice right here. Let's see, can we do a reach around? Yeah, you absolutely can do a reach around this one. Oops, as long as you got a good grip, you can do that. I don't know, was I able to do that? Yeah, I could do that on this one too. So, all right, interesting, beautiful design in the aesthetic look, but functional wise, terrible thumb studs. Jimping, totally not valid. Now the jimping here is more valid than here, but the problem is, I'm not going to be back here. I'm going to be up here because I don't have enough room. I want to be up here. And the problem with that is I'm going to disengage the lock. Just even here. Yep. Even here, naturally, with my finger right there like this, squeeze in. Yeah, I can disengage it. It's kind of a bummer. I like the concept. I don't think I like the execution. This to me is more of a risk than a button lock, top liner lock or button lock. Top liner lock, button lock, it's up high, it's back here. You can't wrap around the fingers, especially if you got big old hands you wrap around, you immediately disengage it. So my first impression is beautiful knife, beautiful design, just not functionally, ergonomically what I would like. And so therefore I already have a first impression of what about this. It is not something I think I would buy. We'll do a review, right? We'll talk about it for sure. We'll do a review. I think Steve Skiff is also working on doing some of his cage bearings for this, which would take a particular size. And I may put one in this one here first and see how it works. And then I did talk to Lefty if we could try to put one in there. I only have one set, so I'm gonna try it in one knife, right? This one's a little easier for me because look, it's very thick, and when I get up here, it's hard for me to reach around. And for me to do that, I would have to like totally manhandle it, and then I could disengage it. But that means I'm like gripping the knife like this. Naturally, for me, here, it is a thicker knife, and this jimping is very functional. So I do appreciate that. Now this is 154 cm, so I will tell you of the two, I like this one way more. I do. I like this one way more. I don't like this one as much. I don't think I'm a fan of this one. Yeah, I'm not. And one thing I've noticed too, this button is a little bit smaller, right? This button is a lot larger. Now, do we have bonus middle finger reverse flick? I do. It's a little tight, but I can get it to do it. So that's interesting. All right, very good, very good. Interesting knife, interesting experience. Let's do a quick zoom in so you guys can take a look at this guy. Let me get it zoomed in here. All right, so let's look at the blade. Vosteed, got the little chamfer on top here. An interesting little cutaway up here. I'm not sure if it's just, I think it's just an aesthetic design. It doesn't do anything because this has no traction. This jimping is non-functional. Don't like these barrel thumb studs right here. You see that? Don't care for them. Why is this not focused? All right. That's weird. Okay, it's not focusing. I hope it wasn't blurry the whole time. That really would bum me out. All right, so, and then you've got this texture over here. This is beautiful. I like this. This button down here so low, I don't like that. I like the chamfering all the way around. I think that's nice. I like the colors. Don't like that. This backspacer is really cool. I think that's really nice. The clip being titanium milled is nice, but I do not care for how it's longer here. It's going to cinch up, it's going to push down material into this, and then this is going to be like a file and shred your pocket. So not a fan of that. Lanyard, you know, give or take, I don't care. Inside, got some great relief on there. You do have the lock, which is typical, like a, I don't know if you'd call this an inset Vanchor Lock. Is that because to me it's like inset Vanchor Lock. I mean, it's by definition, it's inset on the scale. Because I'm sure you could do a liner Vanchor Lock. Let's see, is this one inset or is it liner? See, this one's almost a liner because it goes all the way down to the end. This one here stops up here. So this would be a liner Vanchor Lock. I would consider this an inset Vanchor Lock. Yeah, interesting. Like the chamfering all the way around, nice and comfortable. You see that all the way around? That's really nice. I do appreciate that. Again, minimal billboarding here and here. I'm okay with that. I like the drop point with the little swedge. You can call it maybe a dagger, I don't know. But it's kind of cool. Kind of cool, yeah. I like the look of it. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I like the look of it. I wish it was more functional. Just my 2 cents on this thing. I just wish it was more functional. It's definitely interesting. So there we go. So let's just take a look at that. And then we take a look at it in the back here. Kind of get a nice little view of it. You can see it up front, right? There we go. All right, interesting, interesting. Well, I appreciate you guys watching this, and you know, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you have one of these? Did you get the Raccoon Tactical? It's a premium knife. It's definitely over, I don't remember the price. If I remember, I'll put it here, but there'll definitely be a link down below if I don't remember. I know it's over $200. It might be $230, maybe more. I don't know, but it's definitely premium for the materials. There's some execution points I'm just not, it just wouldn't work for me. This would work so much better as far as the Vanchor Lock works. This doesn't. So just my 2 cents. you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not getting paid by it. I know Lefty got a chance to get this from them, and I hope it doesn't ruin his relationship with them. But I'm just gonna be straight up with you. It's just those things aren't gonna bother me. Those are gonna bother me. And for me to say with short fingers to tell you that I can disengage the lock, you guys with longer fingers. And if you have thinner, not big old meaty fingers, and you don't have as much to touch, and your tip of your finger is just working on that, I think you're gonna find it. You'll get it. It looks cool. You'll fidget with it, especially if you're a fidget kind of person like I am. And then after a while, your finger will hurt. You'll stop using it. Then you'll come back. You'll do it again, and you'll start conditioning yourself that this knife is painful. And what happens is, whether you consciously think of it or not, you just stop carrying. And I guarantee you, every time I discover those little traits, I come back and I look. What people carry are the ones that ultimately are comfortable, that they can fidget and they don't make them uncomfortable, and they don't want to stop carrying. It's just a reality, okay? Unless you have dragon scale skin, unless you got half-inch thick scales on your half-inch thick calluses on your hands, that's always going to be the exception. There'll be people with the exception. Maybe you don't feel anything in your fingers, you got no nerves. I don't know. If that's you, you're not going to care, right? Because you'd flick that knife till your bloody little nub of a bone stuck out. You wouldn't care. So it doesn't matter. I'm just you can tell me all you want, like, oh, this is perfectly fine for me, I don't have no problem, and whatever. All right, I mean, on the whole, on the average, I guarantee you that's just the experience you're gonna have. I every time I see these, I wish people would use something else. Honestly, I think this kind of makes me go off on any barrels. The McNeese Mac 2, if it wasn't that I could put O-rings on there, absolutely I would never have had that knife, right? And because I've enjoyed it so much, and now I have the Dixon that doesn't have any thumb studs, I want to go back and put on my Mac 2 3.5. I want to put custom thumb studs. I would absolutely replace these if I could. They're not stop pins. It's stopping right there, so I'm not worried about that. All right. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit the like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the channel, it really does help out. It allows me to do more things, produce more content, more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you to anybody out there watching the videos, part of the community, part of the live streams. I really do appreciate you. And if you guys haven't done so already, or you didn't know, there's a link down below as well for notifications. You can be notified of this and other future videos. And a big shout out, a big thank you, a big appreciation of my channel members. You do two amazing things. One, you encourage me, right? Just by your support, and I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Two, because of your generous support of being a member, you allow me to do things way sooner than I thought I could. Budget banger giveaways, cover costs of shipping, different expenses. I appreciate you. I really, really do. Thank you. As a result of that, I want to do two things for you. One, brand new channel members, I'd love to mail you a channel sticker and a thank you note. So email me your name and address if you're a brand new channel member. I'd love to mail you a little channel sticker and a thank you note. Two, I also would, you become eligible for the once-a-month members exclusive giveaway. So every week we have a budget banger giveaway, but then that 1 week there'll be two giveaways, the members giveaway. And it's not a budget banger. It's usually something a little nicer. Try to make sure it's something you would enjoy winning or giving as a gift, right? If any of that sounds interesting, you go, hey, I would love to get that sticker. I would love to get the little note from you. I would love to be in on the giveaways. And I hear you get special emojis. Yes. I hear on 1 year, 2 year anniversaries. Yes. There's all that stuff. Exclusive content. Yes. All that's true. How do I become there's a link down below in the description on 3 different tiers. Would love to have you, right? Basic, gets you most of that stuff, but there's a little extra exclusive with the second and third tiers, just so you know. But if you want to do that, I would love to have you as a channel member. I'd be honored. I'd be blown away, quite honestly. But please don't do it because you feel obligated. You must know. Don't ever do it for that. I appreciate you just being here watching the videos, being part of the community. Thank you. But if you do decide to do it, thank you. All right. Appreciate you guys watching the videos. If you haven't already, check me out over on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week.